Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Australian Outback. Torbs and myself are 500 kilometres northeast of Perth and we're heading out here to catch up with a few mates.
We're just about at Ninghan Station. We had a good glimpse of the Mount Singleton, which we're going to take the Sandy 60 up to the top of. Been a while since we've been back to Ninghan Station, probably about 2 years I think. It's actually been a little bit of a while. Turn off's just up ahead, Torbs.
Here we are at Ninghan Station. All we have to do now is wait for the Sandy 60.
Here's the Sandy 60. I'm here with Sean. You're here on behalf of Michael Ellum.
Yep, looking after the car, make sure you behave when you're driving it.
Well, are we going scratch for scratch, dent for dent?
Yeah, your car's already got a head start.
Yeah, that is very true. And also have armour on mine.
Yeah, this one hasn't got armour, so please be gentle.
No worries. You know what's going on here though? Like, you're handing over someone else's keys to take someone else's keys.
Yeah,
and
absolutely no stress. I've got nothing to worry about.
What's with this? Crocodile skin.
Crocodile skin. It came with a 60, it stays with a 60.
This feels really familiar.
Probably the same seats you're sitting on. Stratos.
Okay. Seating position is very similar. What do I need to know?
Well, coming from a 70 series, you don't really need to know too much. You've got manual locking hubs, don't forget that. A lever to pull it into full drive.
There's a push start.
No, that's to link the batteries.
Ah, right.
Just a false sticker on it.
Okay.
Everything runs through the links. So your air lockers, everything runs through the link system, airbags.
No dramas. I'll show you through mine.
Let's go.
Oh, welcome to the office, mate.
Wow, look at the gadgets. Any more on the dash? You could. There's a few spots we could put a few more gadgets.
Steady on. There's plenty of gadgets. There's enough gadgets in there. There's enough distractions for me.
Yeah.
You'll love the rear mirror.
On all the time?
How do seats?
Feel very similar to the 60, don't they?
It's because they're the same, mate.
There we go.
Down here is a battery link. Yep. So you push that in, it's momentarily.
Yep.
I always do it when I start the vehicle.
Done.
Have fun with the aircon.
Yeah.
Works really well.
Windows up, aircon on.
And by the way, this is the cleanest the interior has ever been.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't call it clean, but if that's what you call it, then...
There is a Richter scale for the corrugations. Depending on how bad they are, more patches will fall on your head.
Roger, and that's how what's the worst you've had?
Probably about 5 come down.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know if he's stepping out of creature comforts or into creature comforts. What do you reckon, Luke?
Oh mate, I don't know.
How flash is that seatbelt look?
I don't know. The 60's got aircon, but she's pretty rough, but then the 79 series aren't too comfortable either, are they?
Oh, we got wind-up windows. Wind-up windows. What's going on?
You might have to learn how to drive all over again.
Oh mate, leaf sprung front end's interesting down the highway, that's for sure.
Oh, we'll get to see if he's a man in a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he'll be fine. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
And of course, before any off-roading, we've got to let them tyres down. I wonder what Sean normally runs in the Sandy 60.
What do you want the front set again?
Yeah, 22 front, 25 rear. What about this one?
20 and 20.
We've lowered the tyres. Now it's time to go.
How's the seating position? The seating position goes okay in this car. I've got armrests for days. Feel like I'm sitting back in the lounge chair.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Alright guys, we're at the homestead. So who hasn't been here before?
I've never been here.
Ah, cool, we've been for a treat then.
Beauty.
Welcome to Ninghan Homestead. This is where you pay when you come to stay, regardless if you're staying at the homestead where there's showers and toilets, or if you're wild camping out in the bush, which is exactly what we're going to do.
Hey, well, is this really a Land Cruiser? Because the handbrake actually works. Are you sure this is a Land Cruiser?
Yeah, it works a little bit better than yours.
While Sean and myself are paying our camping fees, Luke and Torbs are having a bit of a poke around, and you never know what you find at these old ruins.
It's an old clunker.
That's alright.
Oh, bar's open.
Couple of coldies, eh?
Sweet.
Beauty.
It's finally time to put the Sandy 60 to work, and the first stop is Mount Singleton.
We're on route to Mount Singleton. We are just starting the ascent now, and we're pretty stoked to be the first one to bring this one to the top of Mount Singleton. This is the highest peak close to Perth. It's not very high, but it's high and relative to the ground up. So it's about 650 metres above sea level. I can't tell you how high we are because there's no navigation system in here, or there might be, I haven't worked it out yet. But it'd be cool just to tick that off the list. And I am also very honoured to be the first to drive this out in the outback. Now we're going to tackle this hill pretty soon, and I can give you a bit of a rundown on how it drives. It's first gear high going down. I thought it was going to run away from me, but it's not. It's actually not too bad. It's actually appropriate for that hill. So not even in low range yet. I know that there is extreme reduction in this low range gearing, so we'll try that out a bit later. Actually, might try it out now. Okay, that is very, very low gear. This will be awesome for like rock steps. I think I'm going to go up the second.
Yeah, how good is it? Like low is proper low.
That's incredible. Second gear low's like my 79 in first gear low.
Yeah, that's right.
So what Michael's done to the gearing, mate, epic. I wish I had that reduction in my 70. We're about halfway up now. We're still in low range. It's actually got a nice speed and floor flow. Sitting at about 20. Comfortably at about 1200 RPM. And I worked out this really likes to sit around the 1200 RPM. That's it. Loves it. Loves it. Well, that was a cool drive. We're at the top of Mount Singleton now. Have a quick bite to eat. Then we've got a bit of a walking trail that goes through the trees here, through the tree line, down to the edge of the cliff. We're going to get an awesome view. We're going to look at Lake Moore and a couple other things there. So, anyway, starving. And my food's in the other car. Is this confusing driving two vehicles?
far as outback mountain views in Western Australia, this is one of the good ones. I've got quite a bit in store for the 60 and the boys, so we better get a move on. Here we go. Second gear low, reduction gears, open diffs. So far seems to be loving it. Oh yeah. Too easy, too easy. Our next destination for the Sandy 60 is the Lake Moore Lookout.
It's 4:40 in the afternoon, 4:45, some thereabouts anyway. It's getting late. We've got about 2.5 hours worth of sunlight left, and we have about an hour and a half to get to this lookout that I really want to show the boys. So if you do the math, with us coming back out and then add a couple of hours to camp, it's going to be dark by the time we get to camp, but that's no surprise. In darkness we find camp. We've got lights in the car, so we'll be good. You know, those people that collect muscle cars and they store them away and they drive them on weekends. This vehicle is like the full drive representation of that concept of having a vehicle you store in your garage that's just immaculate, looks awesome, and then you take it out on those special occasions. Special occasions being crossing it from one end of the country to the other, which this was meant to do, but due to this COVID thing going on, it hasn't happened yet. It may happen. We'll just keep these guys quiet up there. So, absolute privilege to take it out here, having a ball driving it, leaf sprung suspension, surprisingly comfortable. I never thought I'd actually say that. The only time you really notice that it's leaf sprung is when it really flexes. You can hear the noise, as you'd expect from a leaf vehicle, and sometimes the back bucks up when you hit a washout a bit too fast. But other than that, it just cruises. It just cruises. With this massive engine it's got in it, look, if you want to get somewhere in a hurry, you're not, but that's not what it's about. It's about just cruising, enjoying the outback, and just getting from A to B and enjoying the scenery along the way, which is exactly what we're doing now.
As far as terrain and scenery and experience, this is my favourite part of Ninghan Station. Rolling hills on red dirt, red rocks, with a beautiful view over Lake Moore.
Here we are, guys. We made it in daylight to here. We're definitely going to be in camp in the dark, but you already knew that. Having a bucket load of fun driving this, but also having equal as much fun watching my own car behind me. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy at the moment. Being back out here, this is one of my favourite lookouts in the outback. As you can see, it's bloody spectacular. A bit of moisture down there this time. Normally you get all these big dust devils going across, which creates like a bit of a dramatic, epic sort of landscape scenery. Off in the background you can see some rocky outcrops. That is where we are going to head after we've enjoyed our sunset here. We may as well enjoy the sunset here because otherwise we're going to be in the car when it happens, and we're going to be driving in the dark anyway. All right, we're on our way to camp now. We've got a bit of a way to go, but how good is this view? And I reckon we got enough light especially with the whole convoy lighting up. You can hear the crickets. Man, this view is epic. Not every day you get to drive rolling hills at night and you get views like this. In darkness, we find camp. Well, eventually. We got a bit of a drive. I'm going to move the goalposts. We were going to go to a place called Wardacre Hill, which is a sacred Indigenous site. Instead, we're going to go to a place near Amphitheatre Rock out here, and some very nice rock features we're going to camp near, have a small fire, and just have a few cold ones. So hopefully, we get there with no bad turns or incidents along the way. We're just rocked up to camp and it looks like there's been some Halloween stuff left over. Pretty creepy, man. Out here in the middle of nowhere. There's no tyre tracks in front of us. No one's been here for ages. And we're coming... That is gold.
Check out the bull ant behind you.
Yeah, there's all these little subtle touches.
Yeah.
They've even made a bloody nest for it.
Oh, look at the one under it. The real one.
Oh yeah. Oh.
The gecko.
I'll tell you what, like this is where I normally take my kids. Well, we took my kids last time to camp. Can you imagine if I did that now?
No, yeah,
They
won't
would
be getting any
freak
sleep.
out, man. Dead Kelly.
Such is life.
At least the swags are dry. You pack it up already.
Yeah.
Not stuff it around. Last night we got here in the dark. When you wake up in a place like this, you can't see anything at night. Waking up to that spectacular view there. Lake Moore's just a stone's throw on the other side. Awesome spot, this one. Awesome spot. Today is the last day I get to drive the Sandy 60. It would just be for the morning because I suspect we're going to hit that highway by noon. Now it's time to pack up and leave this beautiful spot behind.
On our way out, something really cool and unusual happened. A Bungarra, also known as a goanna, came right up to our convoy to check us out. Now this guy was huge. You'll see these guys around, especially this time of the year we're out here, which is October, and they'll come out and they'll heat themselves up on the rock in the morning sun.
About at the old mine shaft, so we're going to check it out.
On the way out, I wanted to show the boys this mine shaft. Now I have no idea about the history behind it. I've yet to ask the property owners about it. So we're grabbing some straps, going to put them together and then see how deep this hole is.
Luke's got another 9 or a 10 with a light on the end of the diesel.
That's about 10 now. Well, I've got a 7 and a 5 and we'll join in the soft shackles.
Shows how Luke wheels, always in trouble, straps well used.
Yeah.
You know, to go. The 60 series, it doesn't seem to get stuck.
Yeah. So this will be the third 9 metre.
That is touched.
Go again.
You sure? Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100% that's touching.
Yep. Yeah, end to end, all the whole convoy in there, and then some, because there's probably another car between all these spaces, eh?
It turns out it's almost the exact length of our convoy. That's pretty deep.
Well, Sandy 60, that was a memorable day and a half, but I'm going to have to say goodbye soon. I'm going to have to say goodbye.
What are you into this game?
Time has come.
Oh! Hey, we got a swap now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I forgot about that. But again, I better get my stuff. I need my suitcase.
Yeah, no, all my stuff's in
You
there.
have to adjust your seat.
You're probably going to
Aircon
find stuff in
controls.
there for the next couple of days.
Your wallet's in there?
No, that's in there. Hopefully it's still in there.
Maybe.
Whew. It's getting hotter and the flies are increasing. Well, that's the end of my drive in the Sandy 60. Now, we did shoot another interview, which will be over at the ARB 4x4 YouTube channel, so you can check that out. Interview inside and outside the Sandy 60. And if you want to follow this build, there's Off-Road Images Builds by Michael Elam. You can see heaps more about the Sandy 60. I'll put some links down below as well if you're interested to know more about this vehicle. But now it's time for me to air up my own vehicle and head on to the next camp. Is there another vehicle in the country you'd like to see me maybe link up and have a drive off?
Ronnie definitely would have enjoyed the 60 over the 79 through the tighter stuff. I actually had to do a couple of 3-point turns in the 79. Totally forgot how bad they are on the steering lock. And thank goodness for the rhino hide.
They're not that bad. No, they're pretty bad.
Ronnie! If it didn't have rhino hide, I'd be cutting and polishing it before I gave it back to him.
That 60, turning circles on that 60 were incredible. I could run rings around the 79.